Money market accounts as an investment, what they are, how they work, and what they aren't. Hello there, and thank you for visiting our YouTube channel. Today, we'll talk about money market accounts as an investment option. What is it? How does it operate? Why should you consider it? And what are the risks? Many people are unsure what to do with the money they've saved. Should you invest it or save it? What are your thoughts? You can, however, do both by putting the extra money in a money market account or an MMA. These accounts, which are comparable to savings accounts but bring better interest rates, are offered by banks and credit unions. As a result, bigger yields are possible. This video will demonstrate how these accounts function, their benefits and drawbacks, how to manage them, and other crucial information. Let's get right to the point. The mechanism, as stated in the introduction, is fairly similar to that of a savings account. Savings accounts often offer lower interest rates than MMAs. This means that the more money you put in, the more money you get back. The following are some of the most crucial aspects of money market accounts. You must first open a bank or other financial institution account. Because you have money in their account, the bank will give you interest. They're compensating you for the use of your money. As a result, the bank will lend this money to other consumers at a profit. You have complete control over your funds. You get compound interest from the bank. Let's start with the advantages that MMAs provide. Money market accounts have greater yields and interest rates. Money market accounts typically offer higher interest rates than other types of accounts. Furthermore, the rate they give is compounded, which means that as your balance grows, the bank will pay you more money. Compound interest rates are those that pay interest on the interest and are calculated daily. Another significant benefit is that because these accounts are covered by the US government, they are considered safe and low-risk investments. If you have a bank account, it will be guaranteed by the Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation, or FDIC, which means that your money will be returned to you even if the bank goes bankrupt. There is a $250,000 limit. If you go over this limit, the money you have left over is not insured. If you have a credit union account, it is insured by the National Credit Union Administration, or NCUA, which is similar to the Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation. Another benefit of these accounts is that accessible to a large number of people. It is critical that they have convenient access to their money. You can simply withdraw money from cash machines, write checks, and conduct transactions, as you would expect. Keep in mind that these operations have a limit. Despite the numerous advantages, there are a couple of drawbacks to money market accounts that we should discuss. The first is the necessity for a greater minimum balance. The minimum balance required in MMA is usually greater. This is the bare minimum that your bank requires you to have in your bank account. Typically, they cost between $1,000 and $2,500. Bank of America, for example, requires $2,500. You will be penalized if you do not meet that condition. When it comes to this condition, most savings accounts are free of charge. There are also a restricted number of withdrawals available. You are limited to a certain number of withdrawals. If you go over this limit, you will be charged a fee. Occasionally, the fees are greater than the interest earned on your money. Another thing to keep in mind is that the interest rate is rather small when compared to savings account, which have greater interest rates. However, when compared to other investments such as bonds, the rate of the interest is much lower. The average return on investments in the stock market, for example, is 10%. A money market account can earn around 6% each year. This gap can be critical in the long run. Another factor to consider is the danger of inflation. Inflation is always a severe threat to assets with low interest rates. In other words, inflation reduces the future worth of money. $2,000 in 1999 is not the same as $2,000 today. For example, your MMA may have a 2.5% yearly interest rate, but the country's inflation rate is 3.4%. The transaction restrictions are the last but not the least. There will be a limit on how much money you can access from your account. By law, you can't use your MMA to make more than 6 payments every month. Keep in mind that this figure could be lower depending on your bank or credit union. You won't have the same flexibility as you would with a checkbook or a debit card. Now, I'd want to demonstrate how interest is compounded in an MMA. Interest and MMA pay are compounded, as I already stated. It will be calculated every day and distributed monthly by your bank. A bank or credit union will pay you compound interest on both the original amount of money and the interest you have earned. For example, suppose you place $5,000 in a money market account with a 6% annual interest rate. You will earn $25 in interest for the first month. 5,000 multiplied by 6% equals $25. However, for the next month, the interest rate will be determined on a $5,025 basis. You can see how your money will grow rapidly, and the amount of interest will increase day by day. This is especially profitable if you deposit a substantial sum of money into the account. For example, if you invest $100,000 in a money market account at 5% interest for 10 years, the total value you will receive at the conclusion of the period will be $164,000. That's quite remarkable. However, you need to be aware of some basic information about managing your money market account. As you may be aware, most savings accounts allow you to withdraw funds at any time. However, if you withdraw money more than the number of times allowed for free, you will be charged a fee. So be cautious and know how many times you can withdraw money. A fee of $10 is normally charged for any withdrawal that exceeds the limit. It is determined by the bank. In addition, if your account does not have the necessary minimum balance, you will be charged fees. Before you buy a money market account, you will have to pay a fee of between $5 and $10, depending on the issue. When setting up an MMA, compare multiple banks and offers for the best terms and study the fine print. A register will be given to you by the bank. This is a diary-style record of all of your transactions, withdrawals, balances, and pretty much everything. You can use your register to keep track of your money and keep track of what's going on. A monthly statement of your account will also be sent to you by your bank. If you want to make sure everything runs properly, this statement will show you your balance for the month, the transactions you've made, and the interest you've earned. Yes, financial institutions like banks make mistakes. You must come to an agreement. This is a method of comparing the information on your register to the information on your monthly statement. If you find a mistake, attempt to fix it. Either you or the bank made a miscalculation. Now, let's compare and contrast money market accounts and money market funds. These two concepts are frequently mixed up, leading to confusion. So allow me to make a comparison for you. To begin with, as you may know, an MMA is a savings account. But a money market fund is a form of mutual fund. The latter is an investment fund rather than a bank account. As a result, you will not be protected by the FDIC or the NCUA. It's worth noting that, like other mutual funds, MMAs can invest in a wide range of assets, including government bonds. MMFs, on the other hand, face larger risk because of the fact that the government does not safeguard them. Money market funds have a wider range of investments than MMAs and may also provide tax advantages. MMFs and MMAs are both affected by several things such as inflation and recession. Both were negatively influenced by the latter. Money market accounts were not as hard hit by the recession as money market funds were. Let's take a look at who can profit from an MMA. After going through all of the advantages and disadvantages, as well as how MMAs work, let's talk about who these investments are best for. Investors that have spare money who want them to be safe and secure. Individuals that seek easy access to their savings. Investors who are unable to maintain the required minimum amount. A person who does not need to write a lot of checks from their MMA. Someone who has money market accounts in the same bank as their other accounts. This will make the transaction procedure extremely quick and simple. Overall, money market accounts are a fairly simple and straightforward investment option. Even if they have certain disadvantages, it is safe to claim that they provide some excellent benefits. That's all I've got for now. You may find more videos on this channel that are relevant to financial subjects that you can watch. Do you keep your money in a money market account? We'd love to hear your ideas, so please leave them in the comments section below. I hope you found this video entertaining. Remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel, and we'll see you again soon!